2 is a risk. Not least because its predecessor came out back in 2008, which, history fans, was somewhere near the turn of the Ice Age. So with all that hope and expectation, Codemasters could have built a rod for their own back. When they demoed the game, it was a tricked-out Mustang roaring down a mountainside. Not quite the realm of real-world motorsport the Race Driver series has been famed for. At last, it's here, and it's looking pretty spectacular. It has to be said first off that spectacular is a word that has come up a lot playing Grid 2. The graphics are nothing short of astonishing. These aren't showroom-ready supercars, these are dirty, battered racing machines, and that's just how they should be. Dust and debris scatter through the air as you fling your car, bumper kissing the apex of the barrier into a spectacular drift. It's all very impressive. You will, however, notice the missing cockpit view. An unfortunate casualty due to the processing power required to model all the interiors, although they also claim 95% of players never used it. So now we've got past the pretty stuff, what about the gameplay itself? The career mode has changed tack and now places you firmly as a driver. Your boss is multi-millionaire mogul Patrick Callahan, trying to create a new motorsport championship called World Series Racing. It is your duty, as his first driver, to go on a globe-trotting expedition to find, beat, and therefore persuade the world's top drivers from other race teams to join in the adventure. In the process, you'll be raising your own profile, both in the eyes of Mr. Callahan, as well as through YouTube and even ESPN's Sports Center. The career path through the different continents and race series is now far more defined, as is the role you are playing within the narrative, creating a much more polished experience than the last game.
That was amazing. The buzz here is incredible, man. I couldn't keep track of the amount of camera phones focused on you.
This time round, the balance has certainly shifted towards the more casual player. Codemasters are so good at creating a really balanced physics engine that is equal parts realistic and playable for both fans and novices. Even in the very early stages of the game, you have a Mustang that would normally wallow around corners like a dithering old Hector, but now it's overly twitchy, and with such a responsive front end, it's actually rather awkward and difficult to kick the back out, or feel the car gradually losing grip through a fast corner. Is this inherently a bad thing? Not at all, just something to get used to. The racing itself is fast, frantic, clever, and fun. And once you've got used to the handling physics, it really is a blast. Grid 2 injects a strong dose of excitement in all the right places.
Let's go. We've been at the back too long. Focus and take a position.
Outside of the single-player mode, RaceNet returns to create a community of Grid 2 racers with global challenges and weekly rivals, so you'll never be short of anything to do. Coherent with the single-player mode's love of the internet, it's also really quick and easy to upload amazing replays of your moments straight onto RaceNet or YouTube, which is sure to really push the idea of a Grid 2 community. So, Grid 2 began as a risk for Codemasters, a gamble. To bring such wholesale change to a beloved franchise will always have its detractors. Tracks that change course mid-race, for example, are perhaps a step too far outside of reality, but what is very obvious is how strong their direction is with this game. This is all about immersing you in an exciting new era for the motorsport world. Fantasy? Maybe. But the first Grid was for motorsport fans, Grid 2 is for everyone. Once you get used to the handling, it is spectacular.